Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing Palm Springs, not the city here in California, but the movie on Hulu. This is a movie starring Andy Samberg. You probably know him from Saturday Night Live and from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love him on that show. And then also Kristen Milioti. You probably know her best as she was the mother in the last season of How I Met Your Mother, most notably. So this is a great movie. It's also starring J.K. Simmons as well. He's also in this movie. So the basic premise of the movie, it's that lady Kristen starts off with her character. It's her there, and she's in Palm Springs because her younger sister is getting married there. So her and the whole family's there. They've rented a place, resort there in Palm Springs where the wedding's going to take place. And Andy Samberg is also one of the groomsmen. He's one of the as part of the wedding. I believe his girlfriend that he's with at the time. She's friends with the bride, so they were invited along. So not everybody. So most people there do not really know him. They refer to him like, "Oh, you're in so-so's boyfriend," so that's kind of how he's known throughout the movie. And basically, what happens is that through a series of events, they get to know each other. They get to the wedding happens. They have the reception afterwards. Him and his character, they get to know each other, his character and Kristen's, and then for some strange occurrence, which I don't really want to spoil, they get stuck in a time loop. So it's basically where they wake up the next day and it's the same day repeating over and over. Pretty much like the plot basis for Groundhog Day. This is pretty much like an updated version of it. And it turns out that at first Chris's character is the first one to realize it's a time loop. She's like, "What's going on? What's going on here?" And then she realizes with what happens is that Andy Samberg's character has been going through this time loop for a long time. In fact, so long that he doesn't even remember how. So, as you see, it's a little bit twist on Groundhog Day, where it's not just one character, like Bill Murray's character, going through the same day over and over again. It's now two characters going on and on. And in fact, later on you learn that even there's three characters. J.K. Simmons' character is a really funny character too, also is going through the same time loop. And so how all the characters are dealing with it and how it's like basically driving them crazy. And so this is a really funny movie because over time, with how they get stuck in the time loop, it's pretty much like, what would you do if you lived the same day over and over again? Would you just like stop caring about, having life goals? Did you start acting any way you want because there's no consequences? Because as you say, any day, if they die, they just end up waking up again in their bed that same day. Nothing, the day just resets no matter what they do. And pretty much it comes to a point where, and so anyway, these two characters pretty much develop a bond over the movie, and it's kind of a romance develops between the two of them. But then of course there is also tension there because whereas Kristen's character, she's enjoying the days hanging out with him, and those two characters grow close to each other. Eventually, Kristen's like, okay, well, I just can't keep living the same day over and over again. No matter, she tries to escape, like she tries to drive like home, she tries to do, kill herself, do all these different things, but no matter what she does, she ends back up, in her bed, and with the day restarting, waking up in the same bed. So, it's great to learn, and you see like the different things they do every day, how they mess with the wedding party, or they do these different things. It just, it doesn't matter. So it does raise a great question of, it's very much a comedy, and I love it that it's very funny, but also raises a question like, what would you do if you just lived the same day over and over again? Would you change up anything? Would you just stop caring? And that's kind of the tension that rises between Kristen's character and Andy's Samberg's character, is that whereas Kristen's character eventually wants to be like, okay, I can't be living this time loop anymore. Let's figure out a way to escape the time loop. Andy's character's been in the time loop for so long, and it turns out he's been in it much longer than she has, that he's just like kind of giving up, like, no, I just want to drink all day and I just want to goof off and I don't care. I don't mind living the same day over and over for eternity, basically. So that becomes the tension. So it turns out, okay, who's going to win out. Is she going to win out, or is he just going to win out? So there's that tension that arises there. So I thought this was a really funny movie. I really like the setup of it. It's kind of a great updating of the Groundhog Day plot there. Set it in Palm Springs and to, you know, kind of unique location out in the middle of the desert, and see the tension between the two, and it's really and to see, you know, the comedic tension between the two, see their romance growing. I really like that, and then how they play off all the other characters too, all the people in the wedding party, and the other tertiary characters that they run into during the movie. I thought it was really great. It was a really well written movie, so I really enjoyed it. It's a good laugh. So I highly recommend the Palm Springs. This is on Hulu, where you can find it. So once again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.